All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm Bill Noble, and this is your market update. Let's start with Bitcoin. Simply put, you can draw what you like, but I don't see anything to stop Bitcoin if it moves through 56K. It's a pretty simple narrative. People borrowed a lot of money. People borrowed a lot of Bitcoin to speculate elsewhere. All the altcoins that they bought with the borrowed Bitcoin collapsed, and there was a gigantic margin call, which created all the selling. Once you de-lever the system and have a giant margin call like this, it's almost like waking up to rain on a spring morning. All the bad stuff's been cleaned out of the air. Everything is ready for new growth. Bitcoin could easily go to 77K. Now, Ether. There's the normal ETH chart, which is here, showing that if ETH takes out 29.56, the next stop's 3,200. That's probably a speed bump. The real target is 4,000. I don't see any reason why this can't happen in one day. This market is possibly due for a melt up near either the 5th of May or at the end of the month. Okay, XRP, we're going to wind up covering it later. Might as well throw it in here now. 1.6 is resistance, and there's resistance above that at $1.75. If there's a reason to own XRP, it's going to be because whatever they wind up doing with the government, the centralized XRP token will be replaced by some decentralized token. That's the primary reason to do it. If you want to fight the government and own XRP, bless you, I'm with you. But I think you better have a good crypto rationale to be in this trade other than rebellion. Okay, now, if XRP, Ethereum, and frankly, the whole altcoin space continues to trade this way, altcoin market cap is going to break out above 1 trillion. And frankly, I think the inevitable target for altcoins market cap is around 2.5 trillion. We've seen these type of Fibonacci extension levels all over the market. You know, the recent events really shook people up, really shook a lot of people out. And the next phase of the bull market pain trade may be that people are afraid to buy things at their highs, concerned that they may be buying the high, when in fact that type of sentiment does nothing but fuel more and more upside. Audio, it's back. Recently, we saw a penetration up above $1.94, and that was retested today. It's bouncing around, consolidating here. I don't see any reason with the token unlock out of the way, with them running stops down to $1.40, why this can't turn around and go to $4.11. It's like all these other situations, right? When there's a give up trade or a washout and everybody kind of gives up on it, and then no one wants to pay over $2 for it, when in reality, it's going to $4 and probably a lot higher than that. Also of note on audio is the Token Metrics low frequency trend following system just turned bullish on audio. So when we first started talking about audio, it was around 2. There were gymnastics related to a token unlock. Now audio has turned and our moving average system is constructive. Now, moving to the future of Wall Street, leverage, derivatives, etc. Yes, I know. I just said everyone just got washed out of leverage trading and everyone just got crushed. Precisely the perfect time to get involved in things where you can trade on leverage, where You can do DeFi, even on Binance Chain, etc. The time to speculate is when all the speculators have been washed out. This leads me to the future of a coin, PERP. It's essentially a futures exchange, and volume has been increasing rapidly. Price action in this has been extremely difficult. It went from 5 to 16 on a Binance listing and then went all the way back down to 5. The brutality of having to deal with this action has made it almost impossible to stay long. Does that sound like a good opportunity to you? Meaning everyone's been scared off. It's not a crowded trade. Everyone is like, oh, I can't touch that. Come on, folks. What happens when everyone goes, oh, I can't touch that? 3 months later, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe how much I love it. I'm paying 30, but I didn't want it at 8. Think about it. On a technical analysis point of view, everybody who watches this show and all of our customers know that the teacup and handle formation has been key to identifying altcoin bottoms across every sector. This is a 4-hour chart of PERP. I would imagine by the time Monday morning New York time comes around, this will have formed and probably have started to break out. Resistance is above $8.30. In my mind, the short-term upside target is 14. Fibonacci extension suggests 18. And common sense would suggest that if FOMO on PERP can send it to 16, actual real investing can send it materially higher than that. PERP is also getting attention for how much supply is being drained out for staking. One of our analysts identified 1 million PERP being moved from Binance over to PERP's staking platform. Supply of these coins in the future of Wall Street universe is being drained off centralized exchanges rapidly. Speaking of low supply, one of Multicoin and Delphi Digital's investments, Alpha, a DeFi play that allows for interoperability and also interacts with Binance Smart Chain, has recently turned bullish on the Token Metrics trend indicator. This seems reminiscent of back in January when Alpha had a similar signal after doing a decent rally. Now, this, like PERP, has just tortured people. Versus Ethereum, Alpha has not done much. On a 4-hour chart versus Ethereum, I'm seeing a teacup, and a handle will probably be formed by May 8th, setting the stage for Alpha to not only rally, but rally versus Ethereum. Now, I've been doing this show since November of 2019. And I have never put a chart up where I could actually draw something that could 100x. We get asked this question every single show. I do the best I can to answer, mostly working in conjunction with our technology teams, but I've never had my own chart. So let's try it with Alpha. Flags fly at half mast. That means there's a move, then a flag, then a move. The first move saw Alpha move, basically from 0 to 2, which my calculation shows is like, I don't know, 132x. And if Alpha goes to 225, in other words, if Alpha has another 132x, because that's what the chart setup dictates. You have a move, a consolidation, and then a move. Why can't Alpha 100x from 2 to 225? Multicoin Capital invested in Binance Coin when it traded for 20 cents, claiming it could go to $20. And they think it's now at 600 something. These hedge funds don't get involved in projects that they think are going to 3x. They get involved in projects that can 100x. And our analytics department has shown that Alpha has literally been drained from centralized exchanges. That means the next big group of buyers that come in are going to have to bid prices up to get filled. Now, speaking of give up trades, everybody gave up on 1inch exchange. And 1inch exchange continues to annoy people by not getting above $5.85, which is a level we have been discussing for a while. I'm noticing that fees on 1inch have dropped in half, and I'm noticing that they've got an interaction with Binance Smart Chain. When the legacy crowd comes to crypto, they're going to like the user interface on 1inch. And they're going to like the fact that Mike Novogratz is behind 1inch. That's not taking anything away from Uniswap or any other DEX. But to think that this isn't going to go the way all the other DEXs went, that this is somehow dead, I think is ridiculous. Now, it's also ridiculous to have to sit here and hold it while everything else moves. The pain trade here is epic. But you were paid to deal with the pain trade in Alpha because this range right here lasted from February to May. It was awful. Awful. And the way to get paid in crypto is to basically wait out ranges and give up trades. Which is a nice way of saying what my colleague Forrest often says, well, you want to have good coins at good entry points. Frequently, these consolidations get people twisted around and they're giving up where they should be buying it. I think that was recently the case in 1inch, and that will continue to reiterate that there is an intellectual and a technical case for this to go higher. Now, if you want to trade or look at the most annoying altcoin ever, it would be the options play Siren. This came out of our code review group with a very high score. It's like 800 or 900 market cap, as we'll show later. By my Elliott wave count, this came out around 4.5 and did a 5-wave move down below $1.50. Now, it could be that Siren is in a new uptrend and we're back in this 2-wave waiting stage, which Alpha was in, 1inch was in, and frankly, going way back, Ethereum was in some months ago. There is going to be room for more than one winner in the future of Wall Street comes to crypto trade. You don't have to like Siren, but you do have to keep an open mind as to what coins can really catch up on a market cap basis. So Synthetics has a market cap that's ranked 57th. Siren is at 899. I know a lot of people like Synthetics, that there's nothing wrong with Synthetics, but it's just the assumed winner in the space, and I think there's room for other players. Continuing on this theme, Aave, which charts and our fundamental analysts think could trade with a 4-digit price tag, currently at a 29 on the market cap charts. Interesting to note that Alpha Finance, with supply vanishing, is at 152 on the market cap chart. So if Aave does a 2x, how high can Alpha go? In other words, this goes back to this idea of where's the next 50x? Ian talked about XRP was 100x at a recent function in Austin, Texas. XRP was right there in front of everyone's face, and it did 100x. One inch and PERP. Uniswap, the king of the space for good reason, is number 9 on the market cap chart. And almost 100 places below that is 1 inch. And more than 100 places below that is PERP. So when crypto players who started out using Uniswap are going to want to get leveraged and trade on PERP, and legacy investors who started on Coinbase are going to want to get the DEXs to trade altcoins, the amount of catch-up that the 1 inch and PERPs of the world can do is staggering. Again, going back to this idea that altcoin market cap can trade at 2.5 trillion. I mean, where's audio if altcoin market cap is at 2.5 trillion? Where's PERP? Where's Alpha? Where's Aave? Where's the whole DeFi space? In other words, a lot of people are like, oh, gee, I missed it. I'm upset. I missed it, and then the market went down, so I both missed it, and then I got hurt. Now I don't want to play anymore. I understand how you feel. It sucks. I got it. I'm with you. But the fact of the matter is, frequently the biggest trades unfold right at the point where either people run out of money, they give up, okay, or the supply of whatever it is starts shrinking, meaning smart money is draining it out of the system. I think in this case, we're seeing a lot of evidence that the next leg in DeFi is going to get started. Bitcoin can go with it, but it's an across-the-board crypto rally for the rest of this month. And that's the market update.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.